Well, I'm at a different spot today. I'm searching beside a creek trying to find some old house sites. And check this out over here. I've spotted what looks to be a rock pile right on the bank of the creek. You see it? That makes me wonder. It could be part of a grist mill, but I don't know. We're going to cross this creek somehow. If we don't get wet, maybe we can find a log going across. I didn't know what that was. Paint roller. A lot of trash that washes up from the floods gets stuck in the banks here. There's a fishing bobber. You can see the deer have been down here. There used to be a old roadbed, and it crossed this creek somewhere in this general vicinity back in the 1800s. I'm trying to find the area. Oh! Oh! Ah! Woo! That's cold. I didn't know I was going to sink. That's quicksand. I'll be alright though. Not as cold as I thought it would be for winter. It's about 65 out here. We might as well cross the creek now and go to the other side since I'm wet. Let me get my machine. I've been exploring in this thicket here, and I think I've located a house site. It looks like one. There's some grass over here and a couple rocks. Let's go check it out with the detector and see if we get any signals in the area. If we start finding lots of nails and iron everywhere, then that could mean we're onto a house site. Let's see if we can get through here. Yep, I think this is a house site. Wow, another one. I've lost count. Man, I've probably found 500 of them since I started detecting. Yeah, this is a house site. There's a handmade brick. So this is the ruins to the chimney, right on this little hilltop. Oh yeah, there's iron in here. Let's turn the iron audio on. Let me unplug my headphones for y'all. Hear all the iron? There's something good right there, probably. Yeah, this is the house site. So there's probably a well. We just have to find it. I love finding house sites. That's a nail. I have iron audio on, so that's why it's sounding good. Let's go over here. Yeah, there's rocks everywhere. It's going to be tough hunting with all the thorns and little bushes in the way. We'll walk over here. You can see I got wet from the creek earlier. I fell in. There's a piece of pottery. Yep, so I'm pretty sure this was an old house site or some type of little log cabin. Hear all the nails? You have to pick out the good targets in between all that iron, and this can be a challenge. You just have to take your time and really listen to everything. There you go, right there. Hear all the grunting? That's iron. It's showing up as a 20, 30. But right here, that might be a coin. It locks on. Let's turn the iron audio off. A lot quieter. we're gonna dig this. Let's see what it is. I left my big shovel over there, so I'm gonna have to use my hand trowel. There's a root. Can't believe I found this place. This is probably a piece of brass, but I'm hoping for silver. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't see anything. It's starting to chop out on me like it was iron. Let's get my pro pointer out. It's under that root. Oh, I think it's a coin. What is that right there? Oh, it's a wheat penny. Wow. I picked that thing out from all the nails. I'm not sure what the year is. It's really dirty right now. But it's probably an earlier one. That's sweet. Looks like this is going to be a very productive place. Haven't been here but a couple minutes and I've already found a wheat cent. So it's a good sign it's never been dug. Let's recheck our hole and make sure that was it. That was it there. There's a lot of signals in here. See, there's probably something non-ferrous right there. It's just mixed in with so many nails that it's distorting the signal. That's a nail right there, a nail signal. See how it makes a grunt? Well, if you turn iron audio on, it makes it sound a lot better. So that's why I keep iron audio off until I want to check signals. Big piece of iron right there. It's showing up in the 80s, but it's really choppy. That's probably a plow head or something. That's shallow right there. More than likely iron, but it could be a mason jar lid. That right there is a good signal. 78. Always rake the grass and leaves back before I dig a hole, just to make sure it's nothing laying on top of the ground like trash. I'm not too worried about how my holes look. I'm out here in the middle of the woods, so I'm not going to be digging nice plugs. There it is. Piece of brass. I tell you what, this AT Pro is a brass magnet. It locks on brass. This is pretty cool. It's a huge piece of lead. It's like somebody punched a hole in it. That gave a good signal. It showed up as an 89 on the AT Pro. Really sweet sound. You wouldn't pass that up, you'd have to dig it. I just got a signal here and it was showing up as a 75, but I knew it was iron because it would give a grunt every time you'd swing over it and it would kind of just bounce to 75. And I dug the hole and check out what it is. It's a horseshoe, or it could be a mule shoe. But look at that thing. Wow. I don't think I've ever found one like that. Maybe they used it for the game, you know? Or it could have been for more support. I dug that horseshoe right there. Have a signal here. It tries to show up good, then it gets crappy on me. See how it's showing up really high, but it has that weird grunt to it? This is more than likely a flat piece of iron. And if I was in a hurry and I only had a limited amount of time to search this place, I wouldn't dig this signal. But because I'm curious and I can't let a signal go, I'm going to dig it anyway. We'll turn iron audio on just to make sure. Sounds better. But I do not think that's a non-ferrous target. It could be. There could be like 10 nails in the hole and surrounding it, you know, masking the signal. I think it's a piece of iron. Just from experience of using the AT Pro, it's too loud of a signal. We'll see though. We're not going to play a guessing game. We're going to dig it and find out. That's the only way to be sure, right? You see any iron? What'd I tell you? It does have brass in it though. Flat piece of iron with a brass rivet in it. So maybe I was picking up the brass. That's why it was giving that signal in the 80s. Cool. I'm not sure what it went off of. But there you have it. That's what it was. Let's recheck the hole before we cover it in. That was my shovel. Nail. See how it's trying to give a good signal? That's when you open iron audio and listen to it then. It's just nails in here, that's all it is. Sometimes if you have a nail that's bent or on edge, it will sound like a coin if you swing over it a certain way. But you can see there's a lot of stuff in the same hole here. That's how it is in these house sites. Was that it? Yep, that's it. See, it's a bent nail, and that's why it was trying to give that good signal. That's a huge piece of iron. We're going to dig it anyway to make sure. Probably a plow point or some type of stove part. Yep, hitting it right there. Hear that? It's iron. Iron! We got iron! What did I tell you? A plow point. Oh man. Put that over here by my backpack. Here's an example of a non-ferrous target. Let y'all listen to it. See, it's more clean. Turn iron audio on. Still reading the same thing. It's a bigger object. It's probably about 1 inch to 2 inches diameter by the sound. I do not think this is a coin. Some type of relic. There it is. And it is a piece off of a door. About 2 inches diameter. It takes time. I've been using this machine for about 4 years almost. I've located another signal for y'all to take a look at. This one is probably a piece of iron. It sounds like a good target, but it's not. It's very deceiving. So I have it marked right here. It's giving 61. That's in the pull tab range. But listen to how long of a target it is. It's big. I can pick it up far in the air. About 1.5 feet. So that tells me it's not a pull tab. It's not brass either. It's a piece of iron. But we'll dig it anyway. Because sometimes iron relics are good. A lot lot of roots in here. There you have it. A piece of iron. There's something else. I guess that's part to it. The root has grown on it. Yeah. Piece of iron junk. Put that to the side real quick. Might be another signal up there. But that was it. Little nail there. Sounds like. Yeah. No, piece of wire. That's what that grunt was all about. Hear that grunt? Love that sound. When you're in a house site, you just pass over those grunts because it's barbed wire, nails, and small iron junk. I've located a really cool signal here. It's given a 90s, 97, 94, 99. Now what could that be? Most people would never dig that. So first of all, I want to show y'all how to locate the area of the target without using the pinpoint button. This works in most areas. Now if you have a lot of targets in one small spot, it may be difficult. Okay, watch my coil. See how it's not beeping right here? Well, that's a nail, but it's not giving a 90 signal. It's only right there in that little spot. It's not up top, not around, just right. It's exactly where it is. Didn't even need the pinpoint button. And with that small coil on there, makes it a lot easier. So we'll just dig a little hole here, open it up, there you have it. Precise pinpointing. Just a piece of copper pipe. But you never know. You gotta dig these signals. I forgot to tell y'all how I have my detector set up. I'm using the AT Pro in the Pro Zero mode with my iron discrimination at 22. Now the nails will normally read between 31, but I don't want to discriminate those out. And the reason why is because if you turn this up to about 40, and if there's a bunch of nails around a silver coin, those nails may mask out the silver coin to where you don't pick it up if you have it discriminated out. That's why I keep it lower to where I can still hear the nails, just not dig them. And like I said, the nails will give a grunt, like a little grunt signal. But anything from about 40 to 65 will give a solid medium tone. It's like a beep, beep. And anything from about, 65 higher will give a high-pitched tone. And so I use the tones and the numbers combined to figure out what the target may be before I dig it. So just remember, if you have it set up like this with iron audio off, anything from 23 to 40 is going to give a grunt, a low tone grunt. And anything from 41 to the mid 60s will give a medium tone. And anything above that gives that high pitched tone like the coins show up as. So I hope that helps a little bit. I'm running my sensitivity 1 bar from the top. Sometimes I'll turn it down to 2, but I normally go no lower than that. If you keep it up all the way in a trashy house site, it's too much, and you end up finding so much trash and picking up all kinds of little things, so I keep it down. Now you can use standard zero as well in a house site. I just prefer Pro Zero because of the sounds. Wherever you have the iron discrimination set at, anything below that number will be silent. From that number and below, you will not hear it. So if I put my iron discrimination at, let's say, 35, then anything 35 and below is going to be silent on the detector. You will not hear it. The number will still show up on the display, but it will be silent in your headphones. So just remember that. And the only way to get that back is to either turn the iron discrimination down to 0 so you can hear it. Or, the easy way, which is what I do, just push the iron audio button, and then you can hear everything that you had discriminated out. Makes it a lot easier. There's no way in the world that thing's iron. Beautiful. Shows up good with iron audio on and off. So we have us a nice target here. More than likely a piece of brass. Brass will show up real high like that sometimes. Dirt's nice and soft. It's actually raining right now. Let's see where it's at. What's it gonna be? It's beeping pretty good. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. You know what that is? Little brass buckle. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Still has the iron pin on the middle there. Just try not to break it. That's cool. Old belt buckle. Let me let y'all listen to it again, just so you'll know by the sound. This is a high-pitched tone. Hear that noise? Sounds like it's on top of the ground. That's because it is. When something's really shallow like that, it will give that weird signal. It's showing up good in the 80s and 70s. I see it right here though. It's like a piece to a flashlight. Yeah. Old flashlight. Been smashed up. There's the button right there. There's probably some iron in the hole, but I think it's something good. We'll dig it. A nail right there. Non-ferrous target down there. Alright. We'll find the nail first, just to show you that it's a nail, or a piece of iron. There you have it. A nail was in the hole, but there's something else down in the bottom. Still down there. Here it is. Piece of trash. Just an aluminum bottle cap, but it was mixed in with iron, and I picked it up good on the AT Pro. Here's what a medium tone sounds like. It's in the 50s and 60s. I just got a big iron signal here, and I dug down, and it popped right out. It's an old pick. That's sweet. Maybe this was some type of mine shaft. You can see the hole I'm standing in. I don't know. Very cool. I'll probably take this one home. You can almost reuse it, clean it up a little bit, and put a handle on it. That's nice. It showed up as a solid 48 signal. Just a really long signal. I knew it was going to be something big. what that could be. Just the mason jar lid. Porcelain lining is broken. Them things show up really good. I'm done digging for today. Getting ready to call it quits. Here's all the things I found in about 3 hours at this site. Bunch of iron. Dug that pick. Got a horse or mule shoe, which is pretty neat. Plow parts. Iron junk. This right here is off of an old stove, a wood stove. It's probably part of the door or something, maybe up top, one or the other. Dug this cool hook thing. It's very neat. Some lead. Did find a harmonica reed. But the two best finds from this site will have to be this brass buckle and the wheat penny. And it turns out it's from 1944. So that's kind of crazy. I thought it would be older than that, especially from a site like this way deep in the woods. But I guess they lived here in the 40s. I hope you enjoyed the hunt. Thanks for watching, and God bless.